Everything in this world that we live in today is value based off of credit.
We got Amob in the building.
And it's your funder's favorite funder, Mr. Always Move on Business.
What exactly do you do?
I help people buy their time back by leveraging their credit to get access to funding very quickly and swiftly so they can actually invest into themselves and turn that credit into cash flow.
So when it comes to the credit game, somebody always saying y'all be frauding in some type of way.
I don't know nothing about that.
There's a lot more people that will get from credit than will do better with credit.
Money doesn't fix money problems. Understanding where to put it is what fixes the problem.
If you had to leave the people with like one major fact,
I'm gonna give y'all 3 parts. Number 1, just because a got a chase rep don't mean he got.
it's a pleasure getting to understand you a little deeper. Pause.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I had to.
These New York man. These New York man.
Hey guys, we realize a lot of you are coming to the page and enjoying the content, but we see a lot of you still aren't subscribed. And so if you could click that subscribe button, it'll help our channel grow and give you more episodes with a lot of amazing individuals. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Attractive Mindset. And listen, today's guest, straight out of town, but he's here right now. We got Amob in the building.
Yes, sir, man. It's your funder's favorite funder, Mr. Always Move on Business.
Okay.
How you feeling, my guy?
You know the motto, man. We look good, we live good, life is good. Talk to us, we talk back.
Yes, sir.
Every time. So for the people who don't know even what funding means for whatever reason, you know, what exactly do you do?
So what I do is I help people buy their time back by not only finding their boss, but pouring into their goals, dreams, aspirations, and breaking generational curses by leveraging their credit to get access to funding very quickly and swiftly so they can actually invest into themselves and turn that credit into cash flow.
Okay. You know, the last credit episode we just dropped with who was the last episode we just dropped there? No, last credit episode. So it's like I don't know who it was, but somebody commented on it. They was like, oh, it was actually the Him 500 one.
Oh, okay.
And so he was like, yo, why you posting people that doing shit that's sending people to jail? How do you feel about this statement? Because this is a statemental piece. When it comes to the credit game, somebody always saying y'all be frauding in some type of way.
No. Shit. So listen, man. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know, who did what and went to jail. For me, I focus on people who have good credit, who's ready to operate under a different parameter so they can break out of the system, right? Okay. So I see a lot of stuff on the internet, but I don't feed into it, right? Because the truth of the matter is, when you applying for funding, it's certain terms and conditions that's stated inside of these contracts. So if I told you that you could walk into the bank and spank the teller and grab $50,000, do that mean you have to listen to me? So if you did something that potentially might have got you put in a situation, that shit was in them contracts in itself. Yeah. Let's not blame dope heads for smoking. Well, let's blame dope heads for smoking dope, but not the people that's selling it.
Facts.
You feel me? So It's like, if you shoot yourself in the foot, that's a self-inflicted wound. Fair
enough. Now, how does that apply to people who don't know better, though?
I mean, when you know better, you do better. You can't teach ignorance. Like, you got to think, at one point in time, it was a whole union of people against a specific demographic of people being free. So it's like, just because your opinion is valid, I mean, in your head, like, perception is reality. Yeah. So if you only know what you know, then I don't want to try to convince you to understand different. Like, but for the people who understand that that credit is a game that's been being played the last 30 years, and they understand that it can change your current position by practicing certain plays, that's the people that I target.
Okay. Nah, that's credit. I always have a good time talking about credit because I'm still learning credit right now myself. I got into it with the system a couple of times, and they got hands. I'm not gonna say they knocked me out, but they got hands.
Yeah. And, so the thing is like, but that's staying on the right track is so important because I know people who have gotten petty cases or petty drug cases or something, and they've been reformed and had their business for 10 plus years, and they try to go get a line of credit from a specific bank, and they like, nah, you a felon. Hey, listen, man, you tired of people giving y'all bullshit game that stepped on? You tired of everybody telling you that you just need a specific credit score, but not telling you how to get the right data points so you can get in position? Or are you tired of thinking that you can get business funding with just the EIN and bad credit and you continue to hit a wall? Well, listen, if you're that person who feels like you stuck and you feel like you need to get to the next level, I decided to put together a 5-day challenge where I'm going to show you how to build your credit. I'm going to show you how to structure your business, and I'm going to give you some of my favorite sequences so you can get funding at 0% interest. All you got to do is comment challenge under any of my videos. I'm going to personally send you an invite, and you can come spend the next 5 days with me where you're going to get real actionable steps. Lock in before you get locked out. I'm like, I didn't even know banks was doing background checks. But so it's definitely one of those tricky things to where if you fuck up and put yourself in a bad spot, then you know it sucks for you. But if you understand this game, it's not just about you. Like, I don't just focus on credit for me. I know my kids is going to need credit. Everything in this world that we live in today is value based off of credit.
No, I agree 100%. You know, well, no, I can't. I just lied. My bad. I don't agree 100%.
Okay.
Because I was rich before credit.
Okay. Were you?
Yeah.
What was you doing before you do what you do now?
Creating cash flow.
Okay.
And so that's been my whole preface. Because I did what I did, I got into the world of, if they not gonna give me money, I gotta make the money.
And I understand that. But how long did it take you to get to where you got to?
Too fucking long.
Okay, so
100%. That's why I said I agree, but
to
I
an
don't
extent.
agree 100%.
So the thing is, rich is cool, but who gives a fuck about being rich when we can be wealthy? Like, and then when we go based off of rich, us as black people, we got a different term for rich.
100%.
So you might have been cash rich and credit poor. So to be honest, like, no disrespect to what you built up, but like on the level of success to certain people, you wasn't shit. You couldn't take what you got into the bank to leverage that.
So what I say to that is, the loophole that I always find with credit is you still gotta have a system to pay that bitch off.
I mean, you got to pay anything off in life, right?
Of course.
But so let me ask you a question. If I go to a job and I get paid, let's just say $1,000 a week, because motherfuckers is like free slaves, right? And let's say my bills is $1,000 a month, all right? So I got an extra $3,000 a month, and I bust my ass 40 hours a week to be able to pay 1 month worth of bills, right?
Okay.
I can literally build my credit, go to the bank, get access to $25,000, pay my shit up for 25 months, and then put my shit on a minimum monthly payment using the money that I worked hard for. So yeah, you gotta pay it back, but why spend a lump sum more when I can use a minimum down payment to leverage the rest of that capital so I can live comfortably?
I get that. But I guess the standpoint of it comes from, you always owe somebody.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
I guess it's not wrong with it, because we live in the United States.
Yeah, so we have a common misconception where owing people is bad, but this world was built off of debt.
100%.
So it's like, if that's the game that they playing, if I understand that the goal of winning in a football game is getting a touchdown into the end zone regardless of how it happens, why not utilize it? I know that most of these businesses was built. Disney was built off of a motherfucker borrowing something.
Of course.
So it's like, growing up, how we was taught, and especially for me, I can't speak for nobody else. Like, my dad, like, nah, yo, we not borrowing nothing from nobody. We cashing out on everything. And bro, that pushed our goalposts back until I was 24. Now I'm able to teach my family financial literacy. Like, we play on the wrong board. Let's say you do real estate and a property costs $90,000 for you to purchase, and it costs another $90,000 for you to fix up, and it's worth $240,000, right?
Yeah.
So you all in $180,000, and you got a fucking bootstrap to get that? When I can literally go to the bank.
It's rough.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
It's rough. Yeah, no, I get it. And that's my 60% agreement. When it comes to things like that, I 100% agree. But we live in an age where social media takes over, and people have the seeing is believing kind of factor. So, you know, we have a lot more generations. So you can't tell by the brain. My background is psychology.
Okay.
There's a lot more people that will get fucked up from credit than will do better with credit. And that's just factual. That's why credit cards exist the way they do.
But why do you think that is?
Because it's
because we got
system.
Because we got niggas out here that's giving people this bread and not qualifying them and not telling them what to do with it.
True.
Money doesn't fix money problems. Understanding where to put it is what fixes the problem. Yeah, I can help anybody get $100,000. Just like I can put a gun in anybody's hand and tell them to go to the war and to protect the country. That doesn't make you a soldier just because you got a gun. It doesn't make you a credit expert just because you can tell people how to get funding, right? And when you're in the business to really change lives and to put people in position, that's when it's helpful. Because when I started off, bro, I got a couple clients who got 6 figures in funding. They fucked up somewhere right now. Like, that's just the transparency of it. I was focusing on income over impact. When the situation changes, it's different. But I could say the same thing with real estate. How many people get properties handed down to them from their family when they die, and now they in debt and don't know what to do because of medical bills, because somebody was piss poor and handed their debt to their daughter, and their daughter didn't even want to get into real estate. So everything in life is a two-way street. But if we only focus on the negatives, then it's easier to find the case studies of the negatives. Let's think about the people who credit has changed their situation.
Of course.
So
they're not the majority.
I mean, but in life, nothing is ever the majority, right? Like, we could talk about how many wealthy black people it is. That's not the majority.
Facts.
But that's who we want our kids to focus on, right?
Of course.
So we got to pick and choose our battles when we focus on the majority.
I hear that. Fair. That's fair. So on Attractive Mindset, we like to do something different. We like to go back because you might be at this level that you are now.
Yes, sir.
People might see your social media now.
The highlight reel.
But they don't know exactly who you are, how you got there.
Yes, sir.
And so we really go back in time and just figure out how you got to where you are today. And so where you from originally?
So I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yep.
And Columbus, Ohio, what kind of town is that? What kind of city is that? What you got to get into? Like all of
trouble. Trouble. So the thing is, like, I'm from a beautiful city. And when people hear about it, they think, country, cornfields, sticks,
That's
woods.
exactly what popped in my head.
And then you get out there and you see it's a bunch of little niggas running around with buttons, right? So the thing about the city is we have a nice, beautiful aesthetic. The real estate market is amazing out there. But if you don't know where you at, it could get tricky real quick. So, like, growing up there is rough. And it's really like one of those situations where don't nobody want to see you doing better than them. Like, a lot of people who I know that lost their lives growing up, the older people that I was cool with or whatever, it was from their friends because they seen them surpassing them or getting to a level. So it's real grimy where I'm from. But
Cold.
That builds character, that builds adversity, because now it's a couple people in my city that's like me who outside trying to give back to the community, trying to change the narrative and trying to show that just because this is what we come from doesn't mean this is what we have to focus on.
Okay, so high school, what did you do in high school? What did you think you were going to do after high school? How'd that go?
So high school, I got suspended 19 times my freshman year, 15 times my sophomore year. Once my junior year, none my senior year. I only graduated because my family didn't think that I was going to graduate. They was listening to the teacher saying, oh, he can't do it. As far as what I was going to do after high school, I ain't know. I was selling pills in high school. So I got diagnosed with anxiety when I was 14. The psychiatrist that I had at the time, she thought it was a good idea to prescribe me Xanax. So I was getting 2 milligram Xanax bars that I had to take 5 times a day. So they was giving me about 180 Xanax every 30 days. I'm breaking them bitches in half and I'm going to school and I'm selling the rest. Like, I'm in school getting busy. So as far as what I thought I was going to do after school, I knew I wasn't going to college. I didn't have a direction. I lived life to my own terms and I was going to be cool with whatever the outcome was.
Okay. And so with you living like that, what kind of jobs did you go for? Did you even go for standard jobs? So
I had to get a job because growing up, like, as a kid, me and my dad had a routine. If I had a good week at school, I'd go get the Jordans that came out on Saturday, get a haircut, and then go get a video game. So growing up, I kept nice shit. As I started getting older, I thought that it was slowing down because of my behavior. I didn't realize that shit was getting tight around the house. My parents ain't let that be known. So I got my first job when I was 17. I started working at Taco Bell. Little easy cheese. It was super simple. I would still sell pills out of the restaurant, But then like one of my managers, he was a heroin addict. We got into it, and after about the last time getting into it, I'm like, yeah, this shit ain't it. So I ended up getting a job at Kroger. After pushing carts in the rain, I'm like, yo, this shit not it. I started hearing about these warehouse jobs. I'm like, hold on, niggas is making $15 an hour. To me, that sounds like a lot coming from $8 an hour.
Facts.
Got in the warehouse after like loading trucks for too long. I was like, nah, they need to put me on a forklift. So I started lying, saying I was forklift certified. I got so good at my job, they started allowing me to train people on the forklifts, but they wasn't giving me trainer's pay. So I'm like, yo, I'm good enough to do what I need to do to teach people how to do it, but y'all not gonna compensate me for it.
Facts.
And then after that, I got a job at Children's Hospital. So I had from 17 to 24, I had 24 different jobs.
Damn.
Yeah, I was bullshitting, right? But when I got the job at Children's Hospital, I stayed there for about 2 years. I got that job when I was 22 going on 23. I stayed there for about almost 3 years. And they started trying to give me little benefits. Yo, we're going to put money to a retirement. And I was the only person in my department working 6 days a week. I trained 2 supervisors how to tell me how to do my job, a manager how to tell me how to do my job, and 8 other employees. And y'all not paying me for this shit, and I'm the only person working 6 days a week? Oh, no, this don't make sense. The only person in my department working 6 days a week, this don't make sense. COVID happened. The world got shut down for y'all. I'm at work. I'm not getting hazard pay, nothing. 2020 is the year my life changed, though, because something happened. I lacerated my tendon in 3 places in my thumb, and I had to get my hand practically rebuilt, right? So I missed work for 90 days. So now I'm outside for real. And I'm not going to disclose what I was getting into outside, but now I'm outside and I'm touching cheese. So I end up trying to go back to work. It wasn't it. I'm in a motorcycle club at the time. Some unforeseen circumstances happened with somebody. My man's ended up fighting a body. But the crazy thing is, like, at a motorcycle club in the middle of the hood at 3 a.m, I met my first mentor who do real estate on a street that we wasn't supposed to be on.
So, hold on. Let me pause it right there. So, a motorcycle club. You know, when I think about motorcycle club, because I'm a city guy, like a heavy city guy, like, when I think of motorcycle club, I'm thinking like Sons of Anarchy type vibe. Like, I'm not thinking hood type vibe. Like,
so this is the funny thing, right? You got 2 types of outlaw clubs. You got the white ones, and then you got the black ones. Like, don't get me wrong, you got Mexicans and things of that sort. Yeah. But the crazy thing is, when you get into that motorcycle life, you realize that the black clubs are backed by the white clubs. Like, to have a black outlaw club, a white person has to green light it, right?
Okay.
So when I got into the motorcycle club, I started realizing a lot of these niggas in this club or in these clubs was bitches in school. Like, you tough because it's 30 of y'all now. Yeah. Right? So everybody outside feel like they getting busy, but you catch them by themselves. And that's not the type time they on. For me, I was the total opposite. Like, I'm high head. I'm doing what I want to do. And I'm not worried about nobody. So when I got around a couple people who was on the same type time as me, I felt like, yo, this is where I need to be. And we never started problems. But if a problem got brought to where we was at, we just wasn't going, right? Yeah. So it was a little different. It was a little different, to say the least. Like, how the normal people would kick it, they call them civilians, right? So y'all will go to the club closed at 2 a.m, you want to come to the afty, more than likely you come into a motorcycle club. And these spots that I'm in, you can't bring your phones, no weapons, nothing. But everybody that got vests on got phones, guns, everything.
That's crazy.
And these motherfuckers that have been doing this shit 30, 40 years, all they do, bro, is get drunk 6 days a week and try to bully regular people. So it really ain't mesh with the way that me and my club was moving, because we like, yo, like, y'all can get that shit off with them. We not going. So it was a little different.
Okay. Nah, I didn't even know it was like that. But you got to know how to ride a bike to join.
Bro, that's the crazy part. It was so many people in the motorcycle clubs with no motorcycles. Like, bro, that shit was ridiculous. Like, I didn't understand it. And the funny thing is, bro, like Sons of Anarchy is what made me want to join a motorcycle club.
Okay.
I was like, oh, and then I started seeing motorcycle clubs.
Yeah.
And when I joined it, I realized like, nah, bro, it's the total opposite. Like, it's some people that's really doing that, but the majority, niggas just on bikes with vests on, fake and tough.
Copy. Nah, I mean, yeah, it's a weird day and age because you got a few different things that's like real. Where you might meet a square, or at least he looked like a square, but buddy will boom you.
Put that bitch on you.
You know what I'm saying? Buddy will boom you. And then you got UFC.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot of UFC fighters. Some that I know. We actually sponsored a fighter who's the #1 in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And I promise you, and Blake, you know this, don't try to fight me, bro. Like, this nigga looked like a fucking nerd out the comic book, like, wearing the glasses, everything. Like, if you don't have his shirt off where you see he's jacked, you like, if you're on that type of time, you're gonna try to bully him and he's gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
And so it's a weird time to like be an oppressor because people not going for it these days.
But that's the thing, bro. It's like people finally standing up for themselves. Some in a manner that don't make sense to me, and others who just like fed up. Like, so me, I understand. Like, I was never the guy bullying people. Like, but I don't care how big you is. I'm gonna get busy any day of the week.
Nah, fact.
So like, I used to like to look at myself as like a anti-hero, like not a villain, not a good guy, but I'm gonna fuck up the people that's known for fucking up people.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's how I got my shot right there.
Made you sit the fuck down, huh?
Nah, that made me turn up. I mean, I was in the Marine Corps though, so I done been on deployment and shit too. So it is what it is. But even with that, like for these kind of groups, what happens in a situation where there's something like a mass shooting or whatever? Do y'all have code of ethics to where you, for the community, like?
Man, them niggas was not thinking about that shit. Now, every Thanksgiving, we were going to give back to the homeless. But like, as far as, bro, them niggas wanted to, bro. Like I said, these for the majority who understand what the motorcycle brotherhood was put together for, that's the type time that they on. You feel me? They about the community. They about support. They about building. But bro, most of them niggas started joining that shit because they was bitches in high school. Got a team behind them, and they get to drink every night with no excuse.
Okay, so now you said you met somebody that taught you about real estate.
Yeah.
In the bike club. How'd that go? So
like, my dog, which was the president of the club, his brother was in town. We standing in front of the motorcycle club, and like this white dude had this cold ass Harley, like fully dressed. I'm talking about he spent like $70,000 getting his bike built out. And he like, y'all sell it to you for 30. So I'm like, I just had that a week ago. Where you was at? So my man's like, yo, bro, let me ask you something. Like, you own anything? So I laugh and I'm like, nah, bro, I'll buy some cribs and shit like when I get there. And he was like, what's the most you'll spend on a bike right now? And I'm like, 25. And he was like, yo, that's dumb as fuck. Like, if you was my family, I'll smack the shit out of you because I hate the way you think. So I'm like, what you talking about? So bro pulled me to the side and he showed me a bank account. And his bank account had like $286,000 in it. And he said, yo, this is my play account. Like when I want to experiment and play around in a business and see if an investment is real, this is the account that I use. So I'm like,
how old was he on like estimate?
Bro was like 32.
Okay.
Like 32, 33. So I'm like, yo, how you get into something like that? So bro, like, yo, I do real estate. So we sitting, we yopping, and I'm like, yo, tell me more. He told me it cost a pretty penny to get in. And at this time, I didn't know the value of mentorships. The funny thing is, my man's got in the situation that he got in. We all met at his cousin's house. His cousin was arguing with somebody and his cousin was like, you know what, I got something for you. And he called the landlord and was like, yo, I'm trying to buy the house with the specific address. And I was like, yo, that's the type of shit that I'm on, nigga. That's gangster, right?
Yeah.
So I was
What
trying
year
to.
was this?
This was 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2020,
Oh,
2021.
that's like 5 years ago. Okay.
That so the market was different then, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get with Buddy. So I hawked dude down for like 4 months, and then I was like, yo, like I'm willing to work for free. And he like, all right, bet. Call me on this day at this time. I call him, he don't answer. I'm so locked in with his family, I get to calling this nigga's big brothers like, yo, your brother bullshitting. Like, so they kind of like got bro to sit down so I could pull up. And that ended up becoming my first mentor. And we ran up a bag. Just wholesaling. Ran up a crazy bag.
So, you know, I think it's also timing. That gave me a little more clarity on what we was talking about earlier, like with the credit difference, because my first LLC was 2010.
Okay.
And so
damn, you old.
my shit was 2010. And so back then, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what was going on, but nobody was talking about credit at all that I knew about, especially not in the hood. And it was more so network marketing and business. And so I came up in the network marketing era where you had to
get outside,
go knock on doors, go sell some shit. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Using that Kirby era.
Yeah. And so cash flow to me was like, all right, cool. If I do this, I can make this. If I put this person here, I can do this. And network marketing taught me how to build a team. And so my whole preface was, how fast can I build a team so I don't have to do the same shit that I've been doing?
That's a fact.
And so that's how I came up through the game, is just systems. I've always tried to do something to make a system and then get the fuck out the way. And so, like, even here, this is the first time we meet. I've seen you on the camera.
A bunch of times.
A bunch of times, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cool. You chop it over Dan Sims, all of that. But, you know, when it comes to things like that, I think about it like a rapper aspect or like a Chris Brown aspect, because their natural net worth is so much and they make so much off residuals, whatever. Do credit really matter at that point for them? Yes and no, because they can buy it anyway if they want to.
But what we gotta look at is like rappers and athletes are the strange anomaly. Like every kid growing up wanna be in the NBA.
Facts.
How many active players is it in the NBA?
Nah, big facts.
How many active artists survive 10 to 20 years? Like, or if they do get to thrive 10 to 20 years. So the thing is, when you think about rappers from a standpoint, the reason why credit matters is because Chris Brown got put in a deal, right? He could have been his own label.
This is true.
So at what point do we realize that credit allows me to invest into myself and actually create the terms from the start?
Okay.
You can't come sit at my table and tell me some shit that just makes sense to you. It gotta make sense for me. I don't care how it benefits you because I got $500,000. I got access to everything that you can offer me. So what can you really offer me that's gonna make me want to make money with you?
Nah, facts. And so what you saying that point, what do you think is the biggest thing that stops independent artists like Russ or La Russell? You know, people that's cold, but they don't want to do the label route, but they're not as big as they could be because they don't have label money.
Freedom. So like one of my favorite rappers is Starlito. A lot of people not even hip to Lito.
I heard about him.
Been a millionaire since 2013, 2014. Wrote for some of your favorite artists. He helped write the Carter 1, 2, and 3. Right? And he not signed to a major because soon as you sign, you lose your creative, your how do I want to say this? You lose your creative control.
Yeah.
I can only drop when y'all want me to drop. I gotta drop what y'all want me to drop. Like the game is, yo, we're gonna put you under contract and you gotta drop 3 albums that produce this much. But what they don't tell you is your first album, let's say, is fire, right? Now you owe us 2 more albums. You gonna put 16 songs together and you take that to the label and they can turn down all them songs.
Yeah, I seen this shit firsthand. I used to manage Bob Marley's grandson. So KJ out here, shout out Mac. You know, his friend, I'm not gonna say his name, but somebody signed the Cash Money, Young Money, talented, super talented, but locked that kid in for a whole album that he had no control over.
That nigga's a tax write-off.
Wasn't getting no bread.
He's a tax write-off.
And I was like, damn.
We gotta think about how many times these artists go on signing sprees and they sign 20, 30, 40 people at a time And niggas don't realize like, oh, in business, if I go get in real estate and I lose money on it, I can save money based off of a loss in my business. A lot of these niggas is just tax write-offs.
Facts.
So before I allow somebody to control my destiny, my future, and how it's supposed to go, I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to create a solid sequence, go get a quarter ticket and funding, and I'll use that to invest in myself. I make music. It's people like, well, if it's that simple, why you ain't did it? Because I'm in the process of building a business where I average $50,000 a week.
You can be here even more often than that.
Yeah.
You building a music studio in the front room.
Literally. So me and bro about to do a video. Like he keep telling me that he gonna have the mic hanging up. We just gotta put it together, right?
Mono music set. Yeah.
Yep. So it's one of those things where it's like for me, I'm in the process of really building a business. Like I'm not gonna be your favorite rapper's favorite rapper who just making music and it sound good and fucked up out here. If a label ever come and talk to me once I get to where I'm at, it's like, nah, bro, it's only a partnership and I need 80%.
Nah, facts. And that's that I learned from it was Alco that the difference in levels of partnerships too. Because you don't even have to sign to a label in that kind of way. You can sign to a label and have like 3 or 4 different deals going on. And a big one is where you keep all your masters and everything, but you got to pay for all your own advertising and marketing.
You got to put yourself out there.
And
you
that's the one that be hitting them hard because that shit costs bread.
Bro, it's a study that shows it costs like $100,000 to really make a hit, right? Because of everything that you got to do, the press run that you got to go on. But what's funny to me is when I got into this business, it made me look at music differently. I was thinking that Sway and Funk Flex was inviting niggas and whole time y'all niggas is paying?
Waxing. Yeah.
But y'all not even waxing, y'all just charging niggas, right? Yeah. So it's like, oh, all I gotta do to get ahead is to pay the shortcut fee. It showed me that talent don't matter if you can get put in front of the right people.
Facts.
So now that I understand that, I realize that every business model is the same. And the problem is niggas still don't look at music as a business. They look at it as an outlet.
That's facts. I had to teach Mac that you have 5 different royalties that you can get. I came to him. He already had songs out and everything. I said, bro, what are you claiming for this? He was claiming 1 royalty, and that's just the performance. And I'm like, you got other ways to make money. And approaching it from that standpoint, everybody even around that circle, and this is the Marley family. You know what I'm saying? They grew up in music, and it's like, you don't know that shit? You know, what else don't you know? What else don't you have? And so, you know, money systematically, from a systematic perspective, because that's my whole MO, is helping people build systems to get to where they're trying to go, you know, with or without credit. Because, again, I'm cash flow. Now, do I understand credit? Yes, because I got business credit now. It took me 7 years to get out the hole, and I'm still battling Navy Fed. Fuck them. Hey, well, we might put that one out. Because I got that court date tomorrow. Hold on.
Nah, so keep that shit in there.
Nah. I'm broke, baby. I ain't got shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like the more people that I teach about credit stuff now, because me not having it doesn't mean I didn't understand the world of it. And so instantly, as soon as it got available back to me, showed them the cash flow shit, showed them the business account. Oh, yeah, cool. Here's whatever. Here's this. Here's what that. Capital on tap. Fuck you. I'm going to say it every time. They caught me.
I will never use it.
They caught me because I didn't. Again, I'm new to the credit game. And this is why I shot myself in a cheddar bob my shit. And I'm like, yo, niggas gave me 20 racks. Quick.
Shit showed up on the personal side. Fucked your score up.
And it didn't even show up on the personal side. What they hit me with was, they put the 0% APR in like on the first sentence in big fine in big print, whatever, and right under it they said, yeah, that shit ends after like 30 days. And so I ran it up.
Smoked your ass.
I ran it up like, okay, another 0% APR because I just closed on like 3 of them, 4 of them. I said, okay, cool, another one, cool. We gonna use this one because that was the first one. I look at the next month bill. Shit was like 2 bit. I said, whoa.
Smoked your
I
ass.
said, whoa, what the fuck was that? I said, yo, I call them. They're in England. They're Britain, wherever the fuck. And she had nerve to say it's my fault. She was like, well, you didn't read.
You ain't read.
I said, damn.
But that's always the trap, bro. The thing is, we get so wrapped up in the fine print. Like, think about it. When's the last time you met somebody who really read the full 52-page service agreement that Instagram put out when they updated?
I don't think I never met anybody.
Right? And until you realize that the reason why Instagram and all these posts is going to niggas' indictments is because you gave them the right to be able to do that. Like, for me, it's not about reading it thoroughly. Bro, just take that shit, copy, paste, and put it in Chat GPT. Like, if you want a good understanding of something, we got the tools now that's going to help you. Like, don't get me wrong. Cash flow is everything. The point is turning credit into cash flow. So I understand it, because before I had credit, I seen motherfuckers around me with money, right? But understanding how hard you have to work to get there when you can.
It's a lot.
It's too. And the thing is, for some people, they glorify it. Like, yeah, man, I put in 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears. Like, for me, I used to brag, like, I ain't never had to pay for marketing a day in my life. I just did videos and it went viral. And it's like, congratulations, dumbass, you've been working hard. Right. If you would have used your credit and put it behind advertisement, you could be further. So it's one of them things where it's like, when you know better, you do better. And everybody is always going to have a preference. Like, it's somebody out there who, like, real estate is the best business, and somebody like it's stocks. And for me, I'm like, running a funding company is the best business, because if I take somebody to get them funded and they get denied for whatever reason that I couldn't foresee, they're not hurt. They just get a hard inquiry. I remove it. But if they get approved, I charge a percentage. They're happy because they got money, and we can leverage that bread that they just got to go and get them more capital.
That's smooth. I mean, that's a vibe. And so now back to the middle of the story where you copped the crib.
Yeah, so when I got into real estate, I was wholesaling, which was basically just middlemaning the properties and selling contracts. But I was going to these real estate events every week for a year straight. So I went to 52 events, and I'm seeing one predominant race talking about scaling their business using other people's money. I'm seeing these, I'm not going to say what they was, talking about making $100,000 a month.
Jars of mayo.
And I'm like, shit, like, nigga, I done struggled to get here. Like, and me and bro doing good. What we got to do to sit down and build with y'all?
Yeah.
Wasn't happening. So
they wasn't happening that. They didn't want y'all
they
to
not
be
fucking with us. They not fucking with us. They like, yeah, you can wholesale us your deals, but like, yeah, now JV, go in on a flip. Do what? Hell no, right?
Damn.
So now at this point, I'm sleeping on my cousin's couch. Like, I'm going through some personal shit, so I'm fucked up. And I'm seeing all these motherfuckers scaling around me, and I couldn't figure out how.
The same guys or your guys?
The same, like this. Like, I'm seeing people come through, and I'm hearing everybody talk about other people's money, but nobody's showing where to go get this shit from. Like, everybody, what they be called, everybody gatekeeping. Yeah. Nobody want to tell who the plug is. Yes. So I had like a strange epiphany where I was like, bro, the bank got money. I know the bank is giving money out. How do I go and get it? I went to the bank, applied for funding. I got denied. So I pulled the typical shit. I'm 23, 24, something like that. I'm like, y'all don't want to give me shit because I'm black. And the lady like, shut the fuck up. Your credit shot. Like, you got a 447 credit score. And I'm like, yo, where you check that at? Yeah. I didn't know nothing about Credit Karma, nothing. Showed me everything that was wrong with my credit, connected me with who I needed to be connected with so I could fix my credit. Once my credit got fixed, I went back to that same bank, and it was a 2-day process from filling out the application to having access to $40,000. So I'm like, oh shit, we on to something now.
And that was personal or business? That
was business. Okay. And at this time, this is 2023. This was in February. I set up my LLC January 9th, right? I had no business credit. And I had a 720 credit score. Now, this is when banks was more lenient, so this don't work no more. But I had a 720 credit score. I had Kickoff, Self, Rent Reporters, and a car.
I don't even know what Kickoff or Self is.
So it's primary accounts, but I didn't have any primary, like, credit cards.
Okay.
Right? I had a fucking card. That's the only thing that I had. They gave me $40,000. I said, oh yeah, this shit's sweet. So then I started learning how to structure businesses. And I realized all these clients was getting their businesses structured so they could go to this guy who was helping them get funding, but he was fucking up. So he like, yo, Mob, you know how to do funding? So I lie. I'm like, hell yeah. He starts sending clients, but I'm fucking their profiles up.
Damn.
Like, this is the part that they don't tell y'all. Like, me, when I'm starting off, bro, I'm shooting for the stars.
I'm doing anything.
Capital One Discover.
Yeah.
I'm sending everybody through every bank, and it's not working. So I was doing a study, and I ended up finding out about Wells Fargo getting sued for being prejudiced. This shit was like big across the internet.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, find me a client who got Wells Fargo. I got an inside plug. So bro found me a client with Wells Fargo. We applied for $50,000.
Yeah, I got Signify right now.
He got denied.
Ooh.
So I found out they had a reconsideration line. So I called him. We pulled the prejudice card because his credit profile was good. They overturned this shit and gave him the $50,000, and I made $5,000.
Oh shit.
So all it takes is for something to work one time for me to see it's real. Bitch, this ain't luck. This work. So for the next 60 days, I'm averaging 2 to 3 clients who got Wells Fargo a day. Like, I'm just marketing to people who got Wells Fargo. So then my guy like, bro, but this not enough. Like, we gotta, give people credit cards and shit like that. So I'm going crazy. I started learning my own little sequences. November of 2023 came. I paid for 2 mentorships. It was, whatever. I'm averaging 40,000 and 50,000 a month at this time. And then January came. I ended up making 28,000 in one night.
I feel like with your personality, I know exactly what 2 you went to.
Who?
You want me to say it?
Go ahead.
Runway Billionaire?
No, so I fuck with Runway. Nope, I ain't never bought Runway stuff.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Him?
Nope.
Oh shit, I'm off.
Nope.
I'm off.
Nope. So definitely him 500 was my teachers,
Okay.
obviously, but no. So I end up come January, February, I end up paying Smitty $15,000 for an 8-hour conversation, right?
Smitty New School. I forget y'all the YNs, right?
Yep.
Now.
So I paid bro, and he gave me some sauce. He laced me up, right? So it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Like, what he gave me was well worth what I paid, but I didn't understand it at the time. I was so focused on running a specific sector of my business, and he like, no, bro, focus over here, and this is going to make you millions. I brushed that shit off. Me and Smitty talk about it and laugh about it to this day, because at this time, he was one of the only few people with a school community. He was telling me like, bro, you need to get on school, you need to create a platform, do bop, bop, bop. And I'm like, nigga, I don't want to be no fucking teacher. Nigga, I want to do funding. Like, the money isn't funding. And he like, I'm telling you, bro. And I slept on that shit. And it took me from February to November to realize, like, all right, bro, you're good at funding. You're great at funding. I'm your funder's favorite funder. Like, I missed the 50K and 48, right? But if I would have added that teaching part to it, it would have blew me up. The reason why I didn't add it is because I wasn't comfortable teaching, because I didn't feel like a professional. Now people come to me and I'm teaching them how to run their own funding companies. I'm teaching people how to fire their boss every day. I got plenty of mentees who sign up, get $250,000 in funding, invest that into a couple avenues that I offer, and they run a fucking bag up, and they're also helping other people get funding the ethical way. Like, whatever them people was talking about in them comments about niggas going to jail.
But I mean, I responded to Buddy because he said, yeah, one guy. I said, bro, Marcus got thousands of students. If one person go to jail, that nigga probably did something.
He did some bullshit.
Yeah, because Marcus ain't go to jail for that.
Bro, think about all the millionaires bro made, right? Yeah. But it's always going to be like he say, she say. And the best part about life is bad news always spread faster than good news.
100%.
So it's like I get people who always, I get a lot of people who say like, yo, credit is a scam, because they don't understand that scam stands for still confused about money. Everybody who's screaming everything is a scam, stay complaining, always mad. they in these fucked up predicaments because of their mindset, right? A scam is when I tell you like, hey, I'm about to drop this check in your account, and when it clear, we're gonna bust it down the middle, and then I drop this check in your account, and you wake up, all the bread gone, and my number is changed. That's when niggas is out here committing real fraud, right?
Ponzi.
That's niggas getting off. When you just consulting somebody and saying, hey, well, based off of your profile, this is who I can connect you with. Off of your profile and your income, this is what I'm confident you can get. Just because somebody works at a bank doesn't mean that they're qualified to get you a $50,000 credit card.
Yeah.
Right? You got to know the right person in the bank. So it's always the people out here that's yelling like, oh, that shit's not real and they doing something unethical because they don't know what it is. When I told my mom I was doing real estate, my mom swore up and down we was getting off. She like, hell no, the type of money you making, y'all gotta be doing.
Yeah, because they don't know better. Yeah, and it's the unfortunate situations of scumbags out there that use good information and do foul shit with it. I'm talking about you cross-eyed motherfucker. Yeah, this nigga, I just beat the lawsuit on Tuesday. Nigga sued me. You're a bitch.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn, who was that?
I'm not gonna say his name for court's sake. But hey, listen, you know it because he ain't show up. How you sue me and they show up? You cause I'm not even gonna say that part either. But listen, people try to do shit to people that's doing legit shit and think they don't know better. Because 1, you can't stand in the paint with me money-wise. 2, you can't beat me in a fight. 3, you're not like that. I had to get that out there because he is a perfect example. And in this nigga's name is what is supposed to be helping people out. But you have people go through these type of situations, and that's how he got me. Because he'll talk the talk, walk the walk, and he walked in with somebody that I highly respect. And so I didn't think nothing of it. I don't really let people close to me like that. Mm-hmm. But he came in with somebody else. And I'm like, oh, we good. Yo, it's cool. It's vibes. Didn't even do that. Lasted like 14 days in this endeavor with this man. Out of there. And then next thing I know, I get the fake lawsuit first. And that's how you would catch people, because the average person would think, oh, shit, I'm getting sued. I got to pay money. I got to do this and that. Oh, I got to, and they start panicking. And I'm like, nigga, this shit is from Wyoming? Nigga, you don't even live in Wyoming. We in Florida. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? But little details and shit like that. And it looks good. Like the landlord across over there, panicking, freaking out because he ain't know what it was. And he would have got by some shit like that. And so I just brought this up. There will be a lot of people that look good. You go on Instagram, he got 100K followers and this and that and whatever, but he done scam people out of trusts. He done scam people out of different deals, and he done had people looking for him at InvestFest. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be super careful, because guess what? He'll do this shit and he's never been back outside since. He hasn't come to no events. And so how do you catch somebody like that? You don't.
What's his race?
Black. or if you leave it up to him, Cherokee, Indian, whatever the fuck. He black, man. Fucking black, bro. So
hey, y'all got some shit going on out here in this Florida water, man. This is some bullshit. I'm going back to the Midwest. Detroit. Oh shit, nah, he ain't from these nigga. Y'all know what Detroit known for?
Yeah.
Home of the get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, yeah, man. But shit, damn, that's deep.
Yeah.
Damn, so he trying to sue you on some fake shit?
Man, we're gonna talk about it after.
Yeah. But that's the crazy thing, bro. Like, if you vet somebody long enough, you'll realize that the fake wither out, right? Yeah. Like, I get people in my comment section all the time who say like, "Oh, this shit can't be real." Like, but the thing about me is like, I'm one of them niggas I can call 10 clients right now, like, and say, "Yo, how much funding I get you, and how long it take?" And after they said, I can hang up and keep calling and keep calling and keep calling. I can call people and say, yo, like, when you join my mentorship, what was you doing? Working at a job? Yeah. How much capital you get yourself? $500,000? What you doing now? Making $40,000 a month? Yeah. Like, so it's some people that's good salesmen. They rich off information. I'm gonna stress that. I'm gonna stress that until I can't no more. It's about to get real uncomfortable for certain
Super uncomfortable.
for certain niggas with mentorships, because it's like, nah, like nigga, I'm outside now.
Yeah.
So we can treat this shit like the Wild West and have a fund off. You feel me? Like
Facts.
nigga, pull up, we go information for information, bar for bar, card for card, credit for credit.
Yeah,
And
everybody be talking. Hey, listen, everybody be talking money. I tell them, hey, come touch my commercial building.
it's only a couple niggas that can run with me on the funding side.
You know what I'm saying? And so, okay, so when it comes to funding, because it's such a large field, like everybody wants to be a funder nowadays. Everybody want to repair credit. Everybody want to fix life insurance. Everybody want to do.
Let's clear this shit up right quick. Just because you got a motherfucking Chase rep that you bought from a nigga don't mean you got a funding company. Like, anybody can send somebody to an athletic trainer and get them good at a sport. That don't mean that you coach them, my nigga. You had the resource. I'm glad that Chase stopped giving a fucking bag out because I needed you bum ass niggas to get out the way. Like, I'm connected to over 30 bankers and 15 underwriters. I'm your funder's favorite funder. I'm Mr. Get It Done today. So it's about to get a little different, right? So when people say like, what make you different from so-and-so or booming, like, yo, I'm not even gonna let nobody disrespect me and put me in a box with niggas. Like, cause some of your favorite funders, some of the top dogs in this shit, send me their clients. We just in NDA, so we can't speak on that. You feel me? But back to the program.
Hey, see, I'm here for the fuckery. I like all of that shit. I like the smoke. I'm him. I'm like that. And so when I hear people talk like this, it brings me joy because and we've been on the podcast where I call frauds out, sitting right across from me, and they get mad. And they get mad to the point where I'm like, I mean, you could do something stupid if you want, but this is South Florida. If you know the laws, you know the laws. You're my place of business.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well. But when it comes to funding and doing a lot of these projects, something that I see often is, what's an actual exit strategy for you?
So for me, like, funding is just the start. Like, for me, funding it's not to make money. It's to help people buy their time back. So granted, I get paid very swellly off what I do. Like I said, I make 50 a week, right? I have no complaints. My bills is a very small fraction of that, right? But I'm following God's orders. So like whatever he tells me the next step is, that's what that's gonna be. But I'm not trading my time for income, because over here I'm focused on impact. And I know that every time I follow the steps that's ordered to me, that's going to pay me very swellly, right? But what's next is at this current moment, just continuing to help people break out of this system that they stuck in. Okay. I ain't even too focused down the road. And I know people say like failure to plan is planning to fail. But when God is backing me and I know that every step that I've took has brought me this far, I understand that it's not my plan, because more often than not, I've tried to do what I felt like was right for me, and that shit ain't work. And me and him would sit and have a humble conversation, and he like, who told you that that's what you were supposed to be doing?
I feel that. We had somebody come on the podcast, K-Dot, and she said a quote. She was like, God will bless you where you at. And, if you do a little bit, you get blessed a little bit. If you do a lot, you're getting blessed a lot. But the point of it is, like, people confuse the actions of the devil and the actions of God at the same time, because we got to remember that God wiped the planet. He caused the flood.
Cleared this bitch up.
You know what I'm saying? He done did a lot of things to take from man.
That nigga shut Chase down.
And it's these things that people be like, oh, the devil working. He trying to take me out. And sometimes it's like, yo, God is removing a lot of things in our life that don't need to be there.
To simplify it, it's a blessing and a breakup. Yeah. Right? Like, you have to go through traumatic things, because pain and pressure will push you into your purpose. And if we really understand who we following, and if we really going off of the book, he had his son go through the most traumatic shit ever just to show people who he was and how he was, to show that his love was everlasting. So when we start to focus on the silver lining in the lesson instead of the loss, then you start to look at life a little differently. Yeah. Like if I sat here and complained about everything that I went through, oh my goodness, boy, we'd be in this bitch for forever. Watch my mom fight cancer, right? Like I've seen so much traumatic shit. I lost my best friend to cancer when I was 19. Like I got real life shit going on right now. That shit don't stop nothing. Like what am I supposed to be learning from this situation? No, and once you start to approach everything with that manner, they really show who built for this shit and who not.
If you're enjoying this episode, feel free to grab a copy of my book, Living Legacy, at RAL101.com. You can dive into the story of residential assisted living, how I got to where I am today. Don't miss it, RAL101.com.
And there's a lot of bitch ass niggas that's not built for it.
It is. And I feel like what the game has turned into, which I also hate, and I get it. It makes you money, but there's certain things that I can't compromise my personality for money, and I never will, is these new age motherfuckers who have to, and don't get me wrong, there's a difference between making content and being a content creator. And a lot of business owners turn into content creator like there will never, ever, ever, I'm taking these fucking shades off. There will never be a time in my life that I pop words up on the screen and go, it's not happening.
So like I understand it because I've done it. And when you start to realize that you playing a game that you didn't sign up to play, it make you change, right? Like I know like one of my business partners, bro, got like 3,000-4,000 followers. And he been averaging 6 figures a month. Bill's been on autopilot since 2019, right? Because he really outside. Like one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is, for what shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? How much is your morality worth? And a lot of niggas start to get caught up in the hype to go viral. I'm never making a video dipping my face in a fucking bucket of water at 4:30 in the morning, running next to no fucking cars and trying to fake look in shape. Do I need to work out? Probably. Yes, I started getting money and I slowed the fuck down with all the healthy stuff. It got a little different.
The money got hit different.
But am I about to do this for y'all so y'all can think that Adreain is another one of them? I was never one of them. That's why my name is Amob. I'm moving different and I'm always moving on business by myself. Anywhere you see me, the persona that you see on the camera is the same nigga that you see in real life. Like I did a video with Corey and people like, oh, the fake skid, like he acting tough. I've never seen a nigga play with me and it end with a nigga just playing with me. Like, I'm not just the funding nigga. Like, you go see like, oh shit, no, buddy, really a little different. And that's why I don't kick it with a bunch of entrepreneurs. Cause I can't deal with the fake funny shit. I can't make money with niggas who don't fuck with me. I'm not dick riding to be around nobody like, yo, I rock with who I rock with. And if you don't rock with me, fuck you. When you see me do something, if not, leave it at that. But until then, nobody's stopping his bag. We're getting to it, really getting rich off credit and implementation, not just information. And we really doing what we say we doing 7 days out of the week.
Solid, man. So if you had to leave the people with like one major fact that they should really understand, not know, but understand about funding, what would it be?
The number one thing, well, we about to go into 3 parts. I'm gonna give y'all 3 parts. Number one, just because a nigga got a chase rep don't mean he got a funding company. He just connected. Number 2, over here we focus on credit build out over credit score. I need to make sure that you meet all the data points to be able to get access to funding. And number 3, don't ever put me in a box with these niggas that just do business funding, because I change lives and save lives. So if you somebody that's stuck in that job and you feel like you don't know what to do next, you can literally come to me with your average credit score and the average income that you make, and I can show you how to put them two together to supersede your current situation. I'm putting a 5-day challenge together where we're not only going over personal credit, business structure, and business credit, but I'm also going to show you how to do everything that I'm doing, which is running a funding company to actually put people in position so you can make an extra 5 figures a month while working part-time. So it's a little different. Again, I'm about to make these niggas go in the house. If you just got a course and you ain't doing what you saying you doing, We're gonna call that shit out.
Nah, facts. Man, Amob. It's a pleasure getting to understand you a little deeper. Pause.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I had to throw that out there. It's crazy.
These New York niggas, man. These New York niggas, man.
Oh Lord. It was good getting to know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Nice conversation.
Nice
fam.
conversation, my G. If people wanted to follow you, tap in with you, where could they do that?
So you can find me on Instagram at Amob_go crazy. AMOB. Again, Mr. Always Move on Business. Amob_go crazy. On TikTok, I believe it's Amob does funding or some shit. I don't know. Like my videos just go from Instagram to TikTok. But yeah, man, all you gotta do is follow me on the gram. It's a bunch of free game and that Rich Off Credit streaming right now. You need 10 free plays. Go listen to that. Play it back a couple of times, and I'm telling you, your credit good. You better leverage it to go get in your bag.
Say less. Hey, there you have it. Listen, it's another episode of Attractive Mindset. I'm your host, Moneybag Rich, and at the end of the day, we always say, we look good, we live good, life is good. Talk to us, we talk back, and we out.
Yes, sir.